Hey everyone. Hope you guys are having a good new year. So, today's video is a request that I'm finally going to fulfill for one of my subscribers, and I don't even know if this person is still subscribed to me. I told them that I would make a video for what's inspired me and just basically how I am getting through life with this personal journey of mine. And I believe she might have asked because I made a Draw My Life video a while back, and I've shared with you some of my struggles, I guess, as a person in this world. I just know that all of us has a personal journey through life, and sometimes it's really great and sometimes it's really tough. And you all know that obviously I've had to figure out on my own just how to live, because from the very beginning I always knew that the actions people would take around me weren't right. Sometimes you just know, and in order to find out what the right things was, sometimes you had to follow your gut, and if that wasn't good enough, if you need help, and sometimes you have to look elsewhere. And so I wanted to share with you a couple of few people that have helped me get through my situations and just my challenges as best as I could as a person in this world trying to live with everybody else positively and just at peace. So without further ado, I'm going to be sharing with you some books. So if you're ready, the first one is Bruce Lee. Okay, now for this book, I'm just going to go ahead and go through and just kind of read quotes to you guys that I found helpful, obviously, in my life. So, okay. So one of the first quotes is, "Life is a constant process of relating to things. So if you ever feel like you're alone, just remember that you can always relate to something. You're here to make connections with something because we really are all connected in this one big gigantic world. An important thing of that is to try to see things in perspective, see the totality of it, that we are these minuscule things compared to the vast greatness of everything else. So it's important that we put our petty problems to the side sometimes and just kind of see the bigger picture of it and really what's more important in the long run." That's how I interpreted that. And then the next one is, "Man, the living creature, is always more important than any established style. So just be yourself. People appreciate you for who you are. People don't appreciate seeing a copy of something else. We inspire each other by being ourselves. So just be yourself, and be yourself in a good way. Try to stay positive all the time and don't let yourself down. Don't put yourself down. And just have confidence in who you are, because there really is only one you in this world, and there is something that you can give to people that nobody else can. You don't even have to try hard sometimes. Just show people that you want to be there, because we're social beings. We're here for each other. We're not here to live life on our own. We're here to make connections, make experiences with each other. So don't ever forget that. Just be yourself. This guy, I mean, he's just so amazing. Like, I turn to him for just tips on, like, any problem I may possibly have, and he's just so good. Another quote he had was, he drew a picture of this tombstone, and on it he wrote, "In memory of a once fluid man, cramped and distorted by the classical mess." So sometimes traditions are meant to be in the past. When things are done a certain way, that's great. It worked at that time. But what's important is that you have to adapt to the new life. Every day is always changing, and just adapt those good beliefs to the new situations. Something that worked yesterday might not work today anymore. But you don't have to hold on to it, Just be open-minded and see what works, see what makes life easier, see what makes life worth living every day. So, yeah. Another one is really important from him is emptying your cup. So if your cup is full, how can you learn? How can you see? How can you be open-minded? There's so many different perspectives in this world. Every story is always made up of two different points of views. And there's so many of us to know that only one idea is right. We have to be open to everything. So, empty your cup. See what revelation comes your way. And another one is life lives, and the living flow. Life simply is. When you try to dissect life, you don't really let it happen. When you try to dissect your growth, you don't really let yourself grow. When you try to superanalyze everything, you don't really let yourself experience it. Life simply is. Sometimes you may be dreaming of that new house, or new car, or new clothes, for the future. But what about the house you're in now? You're already in a house. What about the car you have now? You're already getting places. What about the clothes you have now? You already look cute. You already look good. Life simply is. It's right here, right now, and don't ever forget that. Sometimes there's not going to be a tomorrow. So when you think you don't want to let yourself be happy now, now is all you have. You don't know there's going to be tomorrow. And I know I probably interpret him all wrong, but whatever makes things work for you, makes you a better person, to just be a human, just to express yourself, in the best light, and just to be who you are. I mean, why not? Go for it. Bend with adversity, and sometimes you have to yield to get what you want, he's just taught me so many things that makes me more at peace with myself, and makes me more at peace with the conflict that I have in my life, obviously. So I really appreciate him. Great book. And he's also got this one. My brother sent this to me. It's called Bruce Lee's Wisdom for Daily Living. It's kind of like affirmations. Good morning, everyone. And Maggie says good morning too. So, obviously, I didn't make it to finishing that other video because it was kind of late and I just got really tired. But I wanted to continue with sharing with you guys some of the other inspiring authors, philosophers, and books. So the next one is The Four Agreements. I've had this book for a very long time. If you notice a trend here, I share a lot of books with my brother because I would say he's had it the hardest in our family. And you know, when you don't really have guidance, it's okay to seek it from other people, other elders, mentors, counselors, teachers, anyone. I totally support that. But I believe the reason why my brother and I didn't do that is because we're kind of introverts, so we turn to books. And you know what? As Bruce Lee said, self-help is the greatest help. Whatever you can do to improve your life, only you can do that. So, this is a Toltec wisdom book. And this guy, Don Miguel Ruiz, just basically talks about, or he shares the knowledge of the Toltec, and that we're just all really like living in one big dream. Everybody in this world is still dreaming on how, you know, they think their life should be. It's basically everybody's own perceptions of what life should be. And that's just what it is. You know, it's a dream. And we've been taught certain things from the past that we've learned to accept and think is true. When, if those things are negative, if anything, they're most likely not true because they're probably somebody else's perceptions on how life should be. So, it's just kind of like, teaches you to be aware and just be free from negativity, poison, you know, in your life. And he's got 4 agreements that you make with yourself that is bound to change your life. So it's very simple. It's a very easy read. It's actually really great, and I recommend it for everybody. This book was published a long time ago too. When I worked in Jamba Juice, they actually sold it there, which was awesome because I would read it. But the first one I wanted to share with you is to be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean, you know, say what you mean to yourself. Your word is magic. What you say becomes your reality. So when somebody asks you, you say, I'm okay, you know, and you're really just okay. And that's it. That's how you are, you know. Or if you say to somebody else, you know, something negative, like, you may not realize it, but those magic words that you've said could have changed that person's life forever. They're gonna hold that inside of them. Everything you say has an impact on everybody. Completely. So just say what you mean, because it shapes your reality and it helps shape everybody else's too in their dream. But it's much more than that. So just use the words you say in the direction of truth, of love, and of a positive dream, a more positive reality, because you're shaping it right now. So stand up to people that bully other people. Stand up to your friends that say, you know, things about other people that they shouldn't. Gossiping. You really have to stand up to those, because it not only hurts the person they're targeting, but it hurts themselves when you have that type of self-talk. So, wouldn't recommend it. The next one is, don't take anything personally. Which is what I've mentioned in my other video, that a lot of the times the things that you think are about you, they're most likely not. Or when you think people are doing things as a reaction to you, they're most likely not. And I think so it's kind of self-centered. Everybody's going through their own journey in life. You know, if you think somebody reacted negatively to what you said, or by seeing you, you know, maybe it's not you. Maybe they've had something going on in their day, you know? So don't take things personally, and if anything, just try to understand what that person is going through, or, you know, where is this person coming from? And when you don't take things personally, you end needless suffering for yourself. You don't have to suffer and constantly have that. You don't have to dramatize those or reenact certain situations in your life, you know, because it's probably not even about you, and it just is what it is. Take it for what it is, and just go about your day as you are, and just try to understand other people. So there's 2 more. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Yeah, don't make assumptions. Like I said, everyone's going through their own personal journey, you know, their own reality. So, and when you make assumptions, you kind of shorten the stick of opportunity for yourself. You know, when you make assumptions, you either hold yourself back, or you misperceive things, misconceive things, and things can be as good as you might have thought they were. So that's where the next one comes in, is always do your best, which ties everything together. Always do your best to not take things personally. Always do your best to not make assumptions. You know, just your best may not be the same today as it is yesterday, but as long as you're doing your best, then that's good. You're on the path to becoming a better person, whoever you are, whatever you are. Blah. So, this is a really great book. I like it. And it's really helped me too. Freedom. Oh, you know who else inspired me? Bob Marley. One Love. Now, the next book I recommend, mostly for girls, but guys will probably benefit from this too. This is Treasure Yourself from Miranda Kerr. Yes, she's a supermodel, but she's more than that. She's your role model to a lot of people. That's how she wants to portray herself. She wants to share her experiences and what she's been through and what she's doing to make an impact on the world. So I just want to share with you the different kind of chapters she has. And what's cool about her book is at the end, I even wrote some notes. I'll read these to you. Me trying to be better. She asks questions. It's called Getting Personal, and she asks you questions on how you can, you know, improve, be a better person. So I wrote in some of them I didn't, but we'll go through them together so you can kind of see. So the first chapter is Life Lessons, where she just kind of talks about growing up in a countryside, one of her boyfriends passed away, you know, moving on, growth and change, following your heart. And then she asks you, getting personal. What has been the big challenge for you? And I wrote here is staying with Nick. He was, we were talking about him before, but he was an old boyfriend of mine. But that's going to be a total different subject. I'll kind of share with you some tips on relationships anybody cares to listen. And how did you cope with it? What helped you got through it? And how would I cope with it now? So that'll be for next time. Another chapter she has is to step out with confidence. Just being yourself. Being yourself and being confident means you accept yourself and you love yourself. That goes hand in hand. So if you want to be confident, accept who you are and love who you are, because you are special. You're unique and you have a gift that you can share with other people to make a difference, no matter what it is. So it's a nice one. He talks about your authentic self, and confidence is appealing. And just smile. Smiling not only makes you happy and release endorphins, but it makes the next person happy too. Every day I pass by this guy in San Francisco getting off the BART, and you know, they ask for donations. They hand out this newsletter to kind of just spread awareness on homelessness, which most of the time isn't really their fault, and just the society and just the situation is really just difficult. But he's just the happiest guy, and he says like, "Good morning, everybody. Good morning, young lady. Good morning, young man. You have a good day." And he's just always smiling and like just spreading positivity. And I couldn't give him anything, but I smiled at him and I said, "You too." And then he said to me, he said, "Thank you, young lady." He said, "That's the nicest thing I've gotten all day." You know, and just that short moment with him was like, they make a difference to you, but you can make a difference back and you wouldn't know it, you know? And then, yeah, and then he went on with the rest of his time. And he's like that every single day. So going with that, you can't judge other people. Like, you really can't, because I just happen to have a tower here. I get so emotional sometimes. Especially when I'm happy. It's like the weirdest thing. Like, you just realize it's like there's so much good out there. This is like a huge towel. But there's so much good out there. And if people weren't afraid to see that, imagine the difference they could make, you know, in the world. So if you are trying to make a difference, thank you so much. And I hope I'm helping you too. But anyway, so she has this chapter on confidence. And then she asks you, like, what are you good at? You know, how can you turn things around by using positive thoughts? How do you feel about yourself? You know, can you remember a time when you felt silly or happy? How do you choose to react to, you know, past mistakes, and how would you react to them now? And she's got a chapter on passion and just following your dream and what you want to do, if not for a job, at least in the spare time. And she just tells you to, you know, accept those passions, those wishes you have, because that's what make you who you are. That's what makes you come alive. I'm telling you. Sorry. Just don't forget who you are. You know, we're all getting older, and it seems like we're more afraid to show who we are, but don't. And then Mirror, Mirror on the Wall talks about like appearance and how you choose to be beautiful. Some people out there are so beautiful, but something's broken them down inside that they don't feel it. You choose it every day, and I totally believe that, because I've went through that cycle my whole life. Like when I was younger, you know, I loved art, and so I always like wanted to design myself, you know. And then what I told you, my job, my life, when my dad left, and I was more free to like express, you know, what I wanted to be. And then when I got into this really bad relationship that didn't allow me to express myself, then it's like I didn't allow myself to feel good. So if you're in a relationship and somebody's treating you like that, and you're letting themselves treat you, and you have accepted it for yourself, and you're not happy, you need to get out. I'm telling you, get out right now. Sorry if you're that other guy or girl. It takes two. Both need to be happy. Okay. Anyway, you decide to be beautiful. She talks about her experiences as a model and how it was actually really hard, and she's gone, you just read it. Oh, and she's got a quote on Audrey Hepburn, a poem that is Audrey Hepburn's favorites, and it's really beautiful. I'll just read a little bit. Time-tested beauty tips. For attractive lips, speak words of kindness. For your beautiful hair, let a child run his or her fingers through it once a day. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others. The beauty of the woman is not in the clothes she wears, the figure she carries, or the way she combs her hair. The beauty of a woman must be seen from in her eyes, because that is the doorway to her heart, the place where love resides. So if you guys are curious on this poem, it's called Time-Tested Beauty Tips by Sam Levinson. So there. So you are what you eat. About staying healthy, and this was like one of my main goals for a while, and I think I've pretty much gotten it down now. But when I first started, I'm going to my hair, I'm sorry, I just woke up and I said I had to finish this video. I'm going to get ready after, so I'll do like a makeup tutorial. Sorry. Okay, so getting personal. What is your daily routine like? Is there time in your routine to think about what you eat and drink? How can you start learning more about you, what you put in your body? What do you put in your body now? So then I wrote a list. All that I wrote on like my morning routine. Okay, so I said, oops. Okay, I was really desiring a morning routine to get me through this lively, but yes, stressful life. I vow that tomorrow, Monday, January 14, 2013, is a great day to start. So here are some tips. 1, I will change my alarm to something nice to greet me in the morning. 2, I will crawl to the window and greet the sun and greet the day. It's so nice, especially when there's a nice sunrise. 3, as usual, I'll drink a glass of water in the morning. A glass. 4, exercise. Run that treadmill. Do some stretches or yoga and meditate. Yoga Yak on YouTube is awesome, by the way. You can state the day's goals. 5, have some breakfast. Juice, oatmeal, maybe some eggs. Then, spend some time to do yourself, to get girly or get manly. You know, that morning ritual is what the time you have to feed yourself with positive thoughts and tell yourself how nice you look, you know, how smart you are, or how confident you are, and how you're going to get through this day. Awesome. Okay, so time to get girly. Floss and brush, and just visualize prepping. You can prep your clothes at night, and if it's wrinkled, you can hang it in the shower and it'll de-wrinkle with the steam. Keep your daily makeup in the bathroom. Your vanity, which I have behind me, is for mornings with more time. Organize your book bag and purse at night. And lunch, like your parents said for you to do. When in doubt, wear a dress. You can't go wrong with a dress. Set up a get ready playlist so you can track your time better when the song, goes. No simple hairstyles, just keep it well kept. Can't really see because my shirt is black, but I braid my hair at night and it gives me these beautiful curls or waves the next day. But anyway, I'll fix that a little bit more later. Jot your to-do list at night. Know what works and keep it simple. And then she talks about, another chapter is called It's All About You, how to be balanced, and you're living this life for yourself and for others, so don't forget to put yourself first, Anyway, Really good book. Really recommend that for any young woman or any tween or 30 or whatever, anyone that thinks that those topics might be helpful for you. And why not? Anything that helps. So anyway, those are just one of the main influencers in my life the past couple years. So thanks for being here, and if you remember asking for this video request, I hope you're reaping the results now, and I'm so sorry it took so long. But here it is, and I hope it was helpful for you, and I tried to share a couple of my own thoughts in there with you guys. So, you know, when you read books like that, you don't have to dissect it word for word. Like Bruce Lee said, it's not about analyzing, but in all, knowledge becomes self-knowledge, and you will turn it into your own, you know, your own inspiration, and you'll interpret it differently. But as long as it helps you, and as long as it makes you a better person, that's all that matters. Speaking of that, I know there's so many other ways to, you know, make yourself a better person, but if it helps you, it helps you. If you know it's helping you, and you know it's helping you to become a better person down the road, then do it, you know. There's not one way to do things. This is just my way. So, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it took me forever to do this. And I'll see you in my next couple of videos. I'm going to do some makeup videos. I haven't done that in a while. And then I want to do a seance video for you guys. It's going to be a seance role play, so should be cool. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.